So with the shifting market, we're seeing more and more listings going expired or canceled. And today I want to share with you guys a few tips that I shared with my agents that hopefully will benefit you in holding on to that listing and ultimately getting it sold. So a few things that I want to share. Number one, you want to set those expectations with the seller from day one. Let them know what's currently happening with the market, educate them on the market, not only the entire Metro Phoenix area, but also currently what's happening in their zip code and then in their subdivision or the neighborhood. One quick tip is when you're doing the comps, make sure you focus also on the active listings. Talk to the listing agents of those active listings, find out more about why they've been sitting in the market for more than 30 or 45 or 60 days. Get the entire picture before you present the comps and your price to the seller. Price is very important, guys. If you price it a little bit too high, you're probably going to get a couple of showings here and there. You're not going to get offers. If you're way overpriced it, typically anywhere between 8 to 10% over where it needs to be, you're probably not going to get that many showings at all, especially in that $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 range. So, price it correctly, set those expectations right up front. Let them know that it will not take a day or two or a week or two to get the house sold. Explain to them that buyers are definitely a little bit more picky, a little bit more choosy. They're expecting the seller concession nowadays, and the seller has to be prepared for it. So that's number one. Number two, communicate and let them know what exactly you're doing on a daily basis to promote and market their listing. Show it to them. Hold open houses. You got to hold open houses, guys, right? Especially if the seller wants you to hold open houses, there's no reason why you should not be holding at least one open house a week, ideally 2 to 3 open houses a week. If you cannot do it for some reason, find somebody in your team, in your brokerage that will do it for you. But make sure you let them know everything about that house, so this way they know what they're talking about. Another thing is very important is the fact that what I've done, and I've been doing this for the last 9 years, I probably went on 700 plus listing appointments, is the fact that every single week I send them an update in terms of the feedback that we received from the buyer's agents, from the buyers, right? And then also the marketing that we have done to promote their particular listing, their house. And that has to be in writing. You can text that, you can email that, you can send them a quick video on it. The point being is the fact that the sellers want to know that you're working hard to get their house sold, right? They want to know that you're competent to get their house sold. They want to know that you have a plan. They want to have a certainty that ultimately their house is going to sell. If you're not doing that consistently, or you're doing this haphazardly or here and there, or just calling them whenever you decide to call them, it's just not going to get you the best experience, right? And the sellers are very, very choosy. They're very antsy right now. They will go with another agent very quickly. Okay, and number three is I really truly believe that ultimately what's going to sell your house is not really you, it's the actual price, and the market will dictate that price. So again, if you're overpriced, make price adjustments ideally on a bi-weekly basis. If you have a seller that is not motivated to sell, man, you got to think twice before you invest in getting that listing, posting that listing, spending time and effort and resources on that listing. But you got to discuss with them the market conditions and what's currently happening in their subdivision, the neighborhood, on a weekly basis, all right? And do an overall market and price adjustments on a bi-weekly basis. So if you do those three things consistently, there's a good chance you're going to sell your listing and get paid. Thanks, guys. Bye.